This crocodile's kind of scaring me. Come on. Come. Well, I guess he's not going to be a good one for this. No. Let's go back to this guy I saw earlier. I'll just pull this guy out quick. So again, reaching down for the non-toothy end. Get rid of that. Just get one good tug up and out. Alright. And so, I think I do have my volunteer for today. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to pull this guy around. Now I want him to be perfectly straight before I jump on. Now due to the location of his eyes being on the top of his head, he can really only see what's on either side of him. Now what's directly in front of him or directly behind him. So I want to be directly behind him before I jump on. So I'll pull him around some more. Alright. Pull him around. Oh, come on. And we'll do one more circle. Alright. Just nice big. Pull him around. Straighten him out. Jump on. From here on out, it's yeehaw. Alright. So, calm down, buddy. Alright. So you may have noticed I did just jump on this alligator's back. Now the first thing I did, I placed both my hands on his neck. That's so he wouldn't turn around and meet me halfway for a kiss. Now the next thing I did, both knees in his armpits, feet kind of tucked in behind his hind legs. Now this is going to prevent the alligator from backing out from underneath me. Next thing you may have noticed is I did cover up this alligator's eyes. Now I've been told if you cover up the alligator's eyes, he will not move because he thinks he's dead. We do have to take into consideration their brains, they're about the size of a walnut, so they probably believe this. Unfortunately for me, my brain's about half that size, that's why I'm out here right now. Alright, but while we are here, I would like to demonstrate just how to close those jaws. So let's see if I can get this guy to open up. So that's pretty wide open. I don't think he's going to get much more wide open than that. So what I'm going to do, both hands on his neck, kind of feel for that lower jawbone. I'm just going to force his jaw shut. And I'm just going to slowly work my hands up that jawline until I can rock his head back in this position. Now in this position, he's not going to be able to twist or roll from underneath me. It's usually going to be the first thing he does to attempt to free himself. Alright. So while we are here, I would like to point out a few adaptations of the alligator. So let's see if I can get him to open his mouth again. We'll take a look at the first one. So he's not opening up too wide. Maybe a couple others if they have their mouths open, but you cannot see down the alligator's throat. Now this is due to the back of their tongues operating like valves. Just allows them to open their mouths underwater without taking any water in. So you'll never see down an alligator's throat unless you catch a mid-yawn or you're on the way down. Now their nostrils, they're right here on the front of their snout, also equipped with valves that close as the animal submerges. And as I mentioned, their eyes, they are on the top of their heads. This is a very good adaptation for hunting. It does leave them in a vulnerable position, so they do in fact retract flat into their skulls. At that point, they're protected by this heavy bony ridge right here. Now when their eyes do open, they may appear to roll forward. Now this is a secondary eyelid, it's known as a nictitating membrane. Kind of operates similar to a pair of scuba goggles, just allows these guys to see underwater. Now their ears, they are located right behind their eyes, also equipped with flaps. So as you guys can tell, these guys, they're well adapted for their aquatic lifestyles. Now alligators, they are amphibious reptiles, however they are not amphibians. Amphibians are going to be the frogs, toads, and salamanders. They do, however, spend a good amount of time in the water, some of that time even submerged underneath the water, so they can hold their breath for up to several hours at a time. Now that length of time is just determined on how warm or cold the animal is. His activity level will really just determine how fast he burns up that oxygen. So probably the single most important thing knowing how to wrestle an alligator is knowing just how to safely get off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this guy's eyes back up. I'm going to turn around, make sure none of his buddies have snuck up behind me. I'm going to place both hands on his neck again. I'm going to jump off as fast as I can. Oh. Hi. Don't lead me into your friend. Oh, I love my job. All right. Both hands on his neck. Jump off as fast as I can. All right. So that is alligator wrestling. One more part I would like to mention about these guys are their teeth. Now their teeth, they are kind of conical in shape or round and pointed. Now teeth of this nature, they cannot simply chew their food. So what they're going to have to do if that animal is too large to be swallowed whole, they're just going to have to bite on. They're going to shake their heads violently, tearing off chunks. Now if there's other equally hungry gators or crocs in the area, they too are going to bite onto that animal, tear off chunks of their own. So to give you guys an idea of just how these guys eat out here, I do have some food back here. I'll show you just how they're fed.